Welcome back, you gorgeous and beautiful people from the internet. My name is Manzi Games. Today we're going to continue on with my Mythic Plus experience here regarding the Druid. We're going to be a little bit more tanking at the moment. We're going to fix our rotation and stuff like that, and also learn a lot from tanking over the next few videos, I would say. Because the main goal that I have right now is to get every single tank to 3,000 Raider IO. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think it's possible with my current skill. So unfortunately we died here. I'm still not too sure from what, to be quite honest. I accidentally did record everything, and then unfortunately my mic was muted. So if I rewind from here, we can actually see that my health is fine, then I'm instantly half HP and just instantly dead. I still didn't even use my survival instincts or my renewal. The flower icon that's on my A button that's bounded at the bottom left. It's very weird that I just died so instantly. Kudos to the elemental shaman for actually popping earth elemental there. Was great very quickly. And yeah, it saved us there from any other deaths. So right here, unfortunately, this guy stepped in the circle and just died. So I just double checked to make sure that it wasn't me, because I can see clearly that I'm still new to tanking over here. You should only have aggro of one ad over here, and that is the one that doesn't have any ability. It's not costing anything. The melee guy that's on the right here, but you can clearly see he didn't die from that guy. So yeah, if you're a tank in this area, just make sure that you pull the aggro of the melee guy, because that's the most important ad. This one right here in front of me. I feel like also I should maybe fix my UI. It looks decent, but I think I can make it look better. I think I can make it look better, yeah. And then mistakes was learned on the final boss over here. So you can clearly see that everywhere around us is just like the floor is tainted. So I run a little bit out so I could just like get to a safe spot here. And then the boss almost one-shotted me. So it's very important to stay on top of the boss. It's pretty much the same thing in Warcraft manner of the bigger guy. You need to be on top of the boss at all times, otherwise you'll pretty much just wipe the team, right? So I died, got a quick B-res, taunted the boss, and that's it, right? So everything is hunky-dory. And now you just have to sit inside this and just fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the sound. I played it there. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, you just have to sit there and listen to that noise and not get a headache. That's fun. That's fun. And then obviously we timed the key over here. Obviously not getting any IO because I healed 20s. I'm going back to 18s now to start learning tanking, and that's what we're gonna do from the future onwards. Next key we got invited for was an Atal Desar 18. We got our first death over here by our healer. And I think our healer died to Spiteful, because, like, I don't know where else. I had all the aggro that was here, but there was like 4 Spitefuls up, and you just died. Very funny that we have 2 ads over here, and my interrupt is on cooldown. You can also see my scream, my disorientate is on cooldown. So unfortunately, the only way to prevent these guys from getting sniped from the ads is hoping that they also do kicks. Now, we do have 4 people with kicks, but we were only 2 people using it for some reason on this pool, which is so weird. And it's just always fun to see people dying to this. The fire running all the way down here. I don't know, man. Like, out of all the deaths that you can get, I think environmental deaths inside a Mythic Plus key is by far the worst. It's a mechanic that you should know from the get-go. If there's fire in front of you, just don't stand in it, dude. Like, it's not that simple, or not that difficult. So we have a death over here, unfortunately, and you can also see on the right side, we have two totems that's dead right now. One is still up, and boom, all got healed to full HP. So unfortunately, we tried 2 more times, I think, but I think we just gave up a little bit. I was also not on top of the kicks here, so it's just extremely, extremely bad. On to the final boss of Doom. Yes, we have already a death here, and then we just had to full team wipe because all our DPS was dead, me and the healer is alive. So we unfortunately had to team wipe there, and then we finished the key in time. We still timed it. Yeah, timed it with 17 deaths. Crazy stuff. I don't know if my tanking is just bad, but obviously it can improve a lot. On to the next key. So next key we got invited for was Dawn of the Infinite Fall. I need to do this as much as possible, and trust me guys, I did it more than 20 times on this weekly reset already, because I need to farm the trinket. So right here you can see I'm using Renewal, I use Survival Instincts, and I dive through all of this while Bloodlust is happening. So there's a defensive that I should be used, well, I used all my defensives, right? The one that should be using defensives or more offensive healing is obviously the healer. Me dying through all of that, through all my defenses, that's not good, and that's not okay. So then I got B-raised, and yeah, we just killed the boss, nothing too serious. We have another death over here. I'm not too sure from what it is. It took about 10 seconds for the guy to die, so it should have been healable. Maybe the healer is just, you can see the damage the healer is doing. At the moment is not that great, but like it's pretty good on most pulls. So I'm pretty sure that, okay, the healer is not doing that much healing. Oh, not that much damage, sorry. The healing is actually pretty good. So the guy doesn't go in cat form, so yeah, I got it the wrong way around. I'm trying to aim this inwards so that the least amount of people could be, should be moving from that, but yeah. We have 3 deaths in total here, going to boss number 2, and I think we have another 2 deaths over here, potentially a wipe if I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure. I did so many keys on this, so obviously, if you guys don't know this boss, you can see that the guy died. He accidentally got hit by a ball. There's light and darkness. If you're DPS and tank and healer, you should always be in darkness. The only time you should be in the light side is only when you have the debuff. When you have the debuff, you want to be on the light side just to explode it to be quick. That's it. Then you go back to the dark. The light does a lot of overtime damage, and it's completely unnecessary to take this unwanted damage. Just remember, guys, if you are a DPS, if you let your healer not heal at all, or don't let them heal, then obviously you're going to have a healer that does a lot of DPS. I've seen healers on single target pulls do 120k DPS. That is a lot for a healer. And that's just very important. So afterwards, our healer left because it was just me and the healer still alive. So afterwards, we got into another key here, Dawn of the Infinite Fall again, because I'm still farming the trinket. And we are just like up in the races here. I still use the old key, the old unit frames, but we're gonna upgrade soon. You can see the healer already died here, unfortunately. And then I died afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the healer was the first one that died on the very first pull, even through Bloodlust. That is not good. I don't know how the healer died. The only thing that I think the healer could die from is, if I'm not mistaken, is laser beams not being kicked. So I'm not too sure. I can rewind quickly and double check. Yeah, so it was, I double checked right now. It was a laser being casted here somewhere. There it is. That guy right there. I'm trying to kick. My mouse is even over that guy, but my kick was on cooldown. My kick was on cooldown. I was the only one that had kick on cooldown. And no one else kicked. And you can see the mage kicking here, but it didn't land. Nothing got kicked. The rogue kicked as well, and nothing shows that it got kicked. So I do have an add-on that shows, like, if you do use your kick ability on what did you kick it, and it shows both there, not kicking anything. So I'll show you guys once I kick something what I mean by that. There's an icon of the damage ability. You can see the rogue kick something there, right? You can see it right here. I'm looking at this Weaker right here. It shows the icon of what you kicked. It says also if it's marked. So you can see it kicked star, you casting that ability. So it just shows the icon. So both of them kicked nothing. Roughly at the same time as well. And here we go, guys. Welcome to the new unit frames of Doom, or the new nameplates. This is going to be the nameplates you're going to see on all my characters from round forward, and I'm just very happy that the very first character that is going to have all these beautiful nameplates is going to be the Bear of Doom. Now, this was a pretty hard key, and it's mainly because, like, this was my... I think it was my first character that I did keys on with a newly affix. And it was also a 19. I can barely take a tank 18s at the moment. I got invited for a 19. And like I said before, I'm just farming full for the trinket this week. And guess what? I did it more than 16 times. I think in total I did it 18 times this week, and I didn't see the trinket once. So, and also, if you look at the nameplates or DPS meter in the bottom right, I became friends with the mage over here. And we're going to start doing a lot of keys in the future together. We'll talk about that more in the future, though. So just imagine this. We have 15 deaths. 15 deaths. And we're still not at boss 2 yet. So we have 18 deaths. And we're still not at boss 2 yet. I mean, dude, like, it's very hard to say what the problem is. I could just tell you this. Kicks is not happening. Healer is not healing. I'm not burning cooldowns in time. It's just a mess. Everyone right here is just not performing at the utmost best. I would say other than the rogue, but we showed that he was miskicking as well. So, and also you can look at the bottom left over here. This pool is a bit too big, I think. The bottom left over there shows that we only have 3 people with kick. That is not good. The ultimate thing that I'm surprised of is no one leaving this key. So by the way, we have 25 deaths, and it all happened before boss 2. That was just so nasty. Afterwards, it just became so easy. We have 25 deaths, and I think we didn't die anymore until the end. It's funny when I say that, and then we have a full team wipe on this boss. Let me just see why we had a team wipe. What happened here? Why did I not have that? Let's just first of all just look at those. So it's the very first one. You don't have to do any tricks. All you have to do is give it to the tank immediately. Immediately. Clear in 4, 3. I'm looking for it. Like, where the heck? The guy is there in the distance, bro. 1, and then boom. So... Who had it, man? Who was the guy that had it? Who is X here? The guy at the top. I don't know who that is. It must have been either the mage or the warlock. I'm not too sure which one it is at the moment. No. The mage's ability is here on the left side. You can see the frostbolt. So the warlock had... It could have been the healer as well. No, it was a DPS. The warlock had the frontal thing and never ran to me. You can't rely on the tank to run to you, because the tank never gets the circle. It's the DPS or the healer. It's your job to bring that circle to the tank. And on the first phase, you only give it to him instantly. Like, you just run straight to him and give it to him. On every phase after that, okay, let's just say this. In phase 2, you transfer it before the tornadoes or the AoE where you get pushed back. So I'm talking about this right here. You transfer it before this phase happens. And the reason being is because I could just run over a melee DPS, give it to him, and instantly take it back. The reason why you do it is because it gives you enough time to just get the ability off, right? And on phase 3, it splits into 2. You give it instantly to the tank again. Instantly. You don't hold it. The tank will transfer to a melee DPS and then take it back immediately. As long as the melee is not running around like a crazy person and is preventing you from trading it. You need to trade it, because if the timer expires, the tank, which is the most valuable guy here, that is keeping technically everyone alive, because if the tank dies, guess what? It's a team wipe. It's a team wipe. So your tank will take that every time, will put it on himself. And it's just very important that you play the game as it should be. I've seen a lot of DPS run over me to take it. It's not your job to run over the tank and take and give. It is the tank's job to make sure it's transferred. And I will do that before the timer runs out, every time. So if you guys are wondering why I'm going to be friends with this this mage, underperforming mage here, 120k DPS, well, it's because the guy lives also close to me in real life. I live in South Africa, Johannesburg, and he also lives in South Africa, Johannesburg. So it's great stuff that I'm meeting someone local. That's great. And that's why we're going to start a friendship. Now, the whole day yesterday, we didn't play together. We played a lot after this raid right here. But the whole next day, we didn't play together at all. So I don't know if it's just that one day that we were friends, or I don't know what's going to happen. But it was kind of surprising meeting someone that's so close to me, or living so close to me. And after 33, just get this, after 33 deaths, we still timed a 19. You guys see the problem here? Like, I feel like the game is a little bit too easy, don't you think? 33 deaths. We lost 2 minutes and 45 seconds, not counting the times we had to reset stuff, getting stuff again from full HP. And we still beat the timer by 3 minutes and 11. So you could say that we were decently close, I would say, to plus 2ing it, I guess. I'm not too sure. But that is just ridiculous, man. You have 34 minutes to time this key. 33 deaths and still beating the time. And hey, we got some IO there. Plus 14 IO. 2,588 score. Not too shabby. So it looks like we have one death over here, unfortunately. And it's like, I can't get to that circle in time. So here's the problem with this, right? I dropped down this. And I pulled a bus here. And then for some reason, someone is in Africa, all the way on the other side of the map. Standing there all by himself, casting abilities, not grouped up. Now I have to get all the way there into that circle. That ain't gonna happen, dude. I'm a druid. That ain't gonna happen. So I can take this right here. Right? And everything is fine. Cast the B-res. At the end... Oh, sorry, you guys didn't see what I meant there. So I'm gonna just rewind a bit here. So I was dropping this off, this circle, the sand. And you can see in the distance of my screen there, it looks like that could be a warlock. So yeah, we have a warlock in the group. So the warlock is there in Africa, all the way on the other side, standing and casting abilities, all the way there on the other side. And then the boss decides, hey, I'm going to jump to that guy. Now the thing is, afterwards, the boss casts a circle that one person needs to go stand in. And if you go stand in that circle, you don't take too much damage. But if no one stands in that circle, look how much damage it is. Look at that. It is, all DPS is at like 20, anything between 20 and 40% HP. So this circle right here is close to me, so I can go stand in it, no problem. But unfortunately, our healer died. That is way too much damage to heal. So if you're gonna stand in Africa, which is fine if you want to do that, but make sure that you are standing in that circle, because if you don't, you're gonna cause a team wipe, especially if you have a tank that is a bear. Because normally DPS think, oh, you take a lot of damage from it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not even 18, you take it. You don't take any damage from it, man. It's so little it doesn't even count. So we unfortunately have a lot of deaths here, and I think the problem is that our healer died first, which means that obviously there was, I don't know, maybe he stood in a circle or something, maybe we didn't kick something, I'm not too sure what he died from, but yeah, the healer is dead, I'm casting all my cooldowns, all my defensives, trying to stay alive as much as possible. The Demon Hunter also helps casting Darkness. We really tried to stay alive and do as much damage. Now someone body pulled here, trying to run into a shortcut. It's just better to get a full reset and redo everything. And then we have another team wipe here. I feel like it is because I'm overpulling. I recently realized I can only tank this big hound and then I should be fine to go on to the next one. But like if I pull the Hound with ads, it's just so much damage. It's unhealable damage for us all. So yeah, pretty bad. And our only damage that you can see in the bottom right corner, our only damage dealer is the Demon Hunter. And like he's standing inside the boss and dying by the bulls, bro. Like you think the amount of damage he does, you would know, like you would have a knowledge on the boss, but like he jumped through the bulls in the middle and then just died. So it looks like he used an ability where he was charging forward. Oh, he's saying he's lagging. He's charging forward and he stepped into 3 or 4 bulls that spawns inside the boss. Yeah, that's an insta-death, bro. That is not even like, it's not even 1 bull damage. It's an insta-death. He stood in the middle where there's like 10 of them spawning at the same time. And then everything went hunky-dory until the end. I don't know. Pretty good stuff. It seems like it's the ads before the second boss is the biggest problem of all. It's really unhealable damage that's coming there. I feel like that is also where I should burn all my cooldowns every single time. And there we go. We timed the key plus 18 to still the same IO as before. So unfortunately, the next key that I did is a full, and we had a full team wipe here. And again, I can't get to that circle. I was running. I can't get to that circle, and we're all dead. So I was gonna step in, but unfortunately, everyone's died already. So I just typed there that if you're too far away from me, I can't get to the circle. I can't reach it in time. So people need to go there. We have a Demon Hunter. We have a Hunter, right? They have increased movement speed. Even a Warlock. They have one ability where they run like 50-60% faster, even in combat. I don't know. Okay, the Demon Hunter has a dash that is like extremely long on distance. With the double jumping stuff, like you can really cover a lot of ground. And yeah, over here we just have so many more deaths, man. Like this is definitely unhealable. So the guy that I talked about before, the mage that I played with earlier, he is healing this right now. With his druid, and he said there it's unhealable. Like I take way too much damage. I take no damage, and then all of a sudden I'm dead. Like it's definitely unhealable. So if I rewind here, you can see I'm full HP still, and the blast is on me, and then dead. So like it's way too much damage. And to be honest, in total HP, I think I have 1.2 mil. So yeah, I do agree that it's way too much. So I don't know. I don't know if using my defense is a bit wrong, or whether I should be using better cooldowns and stuff. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to get here on time so that I can actually try and get aggro again, so we don't have to reset this whole fight. But yeah, unfortunately, Hilo died when I got here because I pulled the wrong ads first. But yeah. Pretty hard pull this week, to be honest. I'm from now on forward, if I do this, I'm not too sure if I'm going to continue on doing this particular dungeon for this week, because I did do 18 keys in total on 2 different characters, the monk and this character here, the druid. And I kept farming this to try and get the trinket. And like I said before, out of 16 times doing this dungeon, I didn't get the trinket on either of those characters. So I'm pretty unhappy. But obviously I can still improve and stuff. But like I said before in the start of this the series, or the start of this video, my ultimate goal right now is to get 3000 IO on every single tank. So I need to level up 2 more characters. I'm busy with the warrior right now. Most probably the video you'll see tomorrow. But yeah, it's definitely something I think that is hard. It's a hard challenge, but it's not impossible. So definitely doing that. So yeah, we had someone that thinks he's funny, and I don't know why this is happening the whole time. So we're standing here, minding our business all the way in Africa, right? And someone, for some reason, keeps pulling this boss. So we could see glaives, literally glaives, right here, flying to the boss. So the boss is pulled. Guess what happens? The boss does a fart and we're all dead. So I'm like, what? Did we just die from the boss? Like, I don't get it. So I think it happened before also. So here we go. I'm attacking this thing. It's in less than half HP. And all of a sudden, I take way too much damage. And the boss is farting. So we died twice to the same thing. People pulling the boss while this ad is still up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and... Okay. But I... Using all my cooldowns here because I stepped in the circles. I'm gonna try and pull this boss then. With this ad on top of it. Because people will just keep doing it. We died twice. By someone ninja pulling. And then guess what? We still wiped. We still wiped. And then afterwards we had 2 people leaving. Fun, dude. Fun. And I showed you guys before, we had 31 deaths and almost 2 plus. A 19. We're doing a 20 now. And people are pulling shitty moves like this, where they just pull the boss while the tank is not doing it. Twice. And we went through the logs. Once was the demon hunter, and the next time was the hunter. Not the hunter himself, but his pet. So, yeah. The glaives flew the first time, the second time the hunter pet attacked. Fun, dude. Fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking time every day supporting the channel. If you want to support it a tiny tad more, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Also, check out the link in the description to our Twitch. We are live there every single day. Looking forward to see you guys there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.